make history today. Yeah, mate.
Trigger alert. This video shows Alex struggling in ways rarely seen. It's shared to raise awareness of multiple sclerosis and what resilience looks like.
Alex, what works? London Excel with Daya, yeah? HYROX 2025. You should already know, regardless of how this goes down, what happened, we make history today. You understand that, right? How many people do you know with multiple sclerosis that learn how to walk again, let alone try to take on HYROX? Singles, doubles, relay, whatever you want to say. We're about to do it. Make sure you lock in.
HYROX 2025 was an experience. It brought a lot of enthusiasm, energy, and emotions.
It burns me on the inside that like I weren't able to push at my full potential.
HYROX is a great way to bring out core morals and belief style. For me, it's never to give up. See things through to the end. When I got off the DLR with my friend, we were having conversations and he just said to me, listen, stay focused, stay locked in, you're gonna do this. And I agreed with him and I said, yeah, I am gonna do this. I'm gonna be great, I'm gonna do what people know me for, seeing it through to the end. But when I said that, what I meant was, I'm gonna complete this as fast as possible, but at a steady pace. So me and my double, we were getting ready, and like even before they had said go, this guy was sweating off. Oh my God, big up my guy Elliot, yeah. Sweating off, I'm like, bro, what the hell? But before we started, my double looked at me and said, are you all right, bro? And honestly, I wasn't all right.
You're probably wondering, why are you wearing a visor in the dark? So I've been wearing these all afternoon, and this is to help me not get a headache, because I feel like I'm getting some sort of flare up right now, yeah? Where basically my hand, like look at even how I'm moving it, it feels numb. It feels numb. I feel like I'm getting a headache. I'm feeling weakness in my knees and that, not no SWV thing either. And I just need to get home, man. I made it. I'm home. I'm gonna sleep for a bit, see how I feel when I wake up. If I have to, I don't want to reschedule with my clients in the morning. Oh.
I really prayed and I said, nah, please. Like, if anything happened, please just let me just hold out until after the race. And if I pop down after the race, I pop down after the race, you know.
After sleeping for about 14 hours, I feel okay. I'm not gonna go too crazy, start doing anything too wild or anything like that, but I'm just gonna see how the day goes, take it easy, stay calm, relax. It's a big day tomorrow, man.
I felt a little bit better, but I could still tell I wasn't A1. So when it came to race day now, I was okay, but I was still feeling a bit shaky. Anyway, so we're in the tunnel now, ready for them to give us a countdown and set us off on our way. We're about to begin HYROX 2025, London XL. You know, energy's high, motivation is flowing through the air, everyone's ready. So they let us off, we've gone round and we're doing this run. But I can feel something. I can feel something coming on and I'm just like, oh man, not now, not now. And throughout your HYROX, if you're doing it by yourself, then obviously you don't need to communicate with no one. But if you're doing it in a relay or a double, you need to communicate. So when you're doing a run, we're running around people, etc., etc., and I'm communicating with Elliot and I'm saying, yo, bro, this isn't looking good, man. My fatigue is kicking in, my leg is really starting to hurt me already. This hasn't happened so soon before, but it's happening right now. Normally, I would say about 3.5, 4K, that's when it would start to kick in, but this would be like on an individual effort. But because it was a joint effort, I didn't really feel like that was gonna happen so soon. But anyway, cool. So we've done the kilometer run, we've done the ski, we've gone into the second run. Now I'm fighting. I'm fighting already, and this is only the second run, and after the second run, we've still got 6 more runs, plus 7 activities. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So as we're going around now, people are saying to me, oh, like, are you injured? Can I help you? Can I help you? And I'm just like, No, man, you don't even understand. You don't even understand the half right now. If only it was just an injury, but it's not an injury. It's actually a medical condition that I cannot control, you cannot control, or anything. Like, I remember a medic coming up to me and was like, oh, like, what is it? Can I help you? And I was like, I just laughed and I said, I've got multiple sclerosis and there's nothing you can do. She looked back at me like this blank look and was like, oh, yeah, there is nothing I can do. But it was nice to see that a lot of people, even people participating in the race, were willing to like put their times at stake just to help, which was nice. But ultimately, when the HYROX member of staff was like, oh, how can I help you? How can I support you? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, if you answered your emails, we wouldn't be here right now. We could have made any sort of adaptations, or you would have been in the loop as to what is going on, etc., etc. But we're here now. We got to see it through to the end. So, like, throughout, the main thing I would say that was so important was communication. Me communicating with Elliot the whole time, letting him know exactly how I felt, exactly what was going on, because I tell you what, it was a battle of the soul. It was a battle of the soul because, like, my leg gave up on me. Between the two of us, we only had 3 legs. Because one leg was just done. It was just done. It had a mind of its own. It was not trying to operate with me in any shape or form. Station by station, it just got harder and harder. And the pain got more excruciating. And it got to a point where I felt like I was relying on Elliot too much, as I was leaning on him to help me get round the kilometer. But after a while, the reason why that had an adverse effect is because anytime he let go in order to get through the station and do the activity, that's where hell broke loose. And it's like my body was like, oh my God, you can't stand up by yourself. So after a while, I was like, no, I can't keep on doing this. I need to try and like get myself back into a sync where I can depend on myself and like, you know what I mean? You can help and assist me, but I need to be able to be making that first initial step by myself. Do you get what I mean? So anyway, all I know is as each K went by, I just felt like I was getting closer and closer to death. And that rock zone, as much as the way HYROX was set up was really good, that rock zone was the death of me. Oh my gosh. Like, I haven't seen a rock zone like that ever in my life. That felt like punishment. But, so we've got to the 8th station, which is wall balls. Now, for every station, I've tried to participate. I've tried. Some more than others, but I just gave it what I could. Anyway, we got to the wall balls. Remember what I just said to you? I couldn't even stand on my own 2 feet properly. Yeah? Alright, cool. So now we're doing wall balls. I'm trying to squat down. The squat is like, it's meaty, okay? We're not even gonna try and, you know, it's meaty. Anyway, I'm throwing this ball up in the air. All I remember is the ball just going up and down. It's not even touching the board. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm trying to do as much as I can because Elliot is tired. Do you know what I mean? Elliot is tired.
Fitness is great, but nutrition will help you stay locked in and on track. Vegan Power will help you to do that, taking your health to a whole nother level. If you don't know already, I have multiple sclerosis and I once upon a time was in a wheelchair. It took me 6 months to learn how to walk again. However, through discipline, mindset, nutrition and movement, I was able to make it possible. You could do the same and help your life elevate in some sort of shape or form. But if you haven't already, go and get your copy of Amazon now.
So I'm still trying to push through. I'm still trying to make it happen. I remember one of the time I threw the ball up. It's gone past the post again, come back down, and like I've squat down. It's hit me in the back of my head. I was just like, bro, I can't do this right now. I can't. Let me just have another like moment to breathe, you know? So Elliot took over again, bow, bow, bow. When we finally got over the finish line, I was liberated. Big up Elliot, because without you, bro, I don't know what time I would have got if you wasn't there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Only because of how my body just totally malfunctioned. And at the point of when we crossed the line, I wasn't exhausted. I was just in pain. I felt so liberated. I just dropped on the floor. And I was just like, oh my days, it's over. But another thing is, I dropped on the floor because I just needed to take the weight off my legs. My leg was absolutely in bits, so I didn't really want to continue feeling that pain, so I just let go once I crossed the line. If I could change anything about completing HYROX, there's nothing I would change. There's actually nothing I would change. Because I trained, I'm confident in my capabilities, and what just happened was unforeseen. So all I could really do is work with what I had, and that's what I did. I just worked with what I had. Worked with what I had and saw it through to the end. There was nothing else I could have done. And thank God for the people that are around me to support me, push me, and keep me mentally locked in. I could have done an adapt, but I wanted to push myself, and as much as the adapt option is there, I don't really want to do it because that's not how people know me. I didn't come this far to go and do something like that. And it's somewhat disheartening, isn't it? It's disheartening to know that when you have such high standards of yourself, and then you know you're not reaching those standards, it's disheartening. Yes, I got to the end. Yes, I'm strong. Yes, I'm proud of my achievement, but I know I could do better. And because I know I could do better, that's what frustrates me. But thank God we lived to tell another day, and we got to the end. Because I know there's not many people out there that would have even done the HYROX, let alone completed it. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to motivate, inspire, and keep you guys locked in. The journey must continue.
I can't believe it. 1.something K in. My leg is done. Like, I don't even understand. Like, that has never happened in any of the stuff that I've normally done. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Wild, bro. Wild. What an experience, bro. But the people's favorite, the savior himself, EMF, yo! Carrying people across the line and that. Huh? How? Let me just say one thing here. Obviously, we had a lot of preparation. We worked very hard for it as well. We got to the HYROX event, and sometimes the timing has to be thrown out the window and just make sure we finish the whole race. And that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? So, doubles, we stick as a team, we finish from start to finish no matter what. And that's exactly what we did. So, that's a picture within itself. You know what I mean? So, yeah, very happy, very happy. I just don't believe it. 1.7, not even 1.7, not even probably 1.5, like 1.3, and I started Kalas. I was just out of the game. I was like, whoa. I didn't even know what was going on, bro. I didn't know what was going on. But what was going on is MS in full effect. In full effect. Bro, like, a part of me here, it burns me on the inside that, like, I wasn't able to push at my full potential. Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's your condition, and that was always going to be a possibility. So we just had to adapt, innit? That's the main thing. So that's what we did. We still finished it. I'm styling out, man. I just can't. Like, overall, I'm happy that I finished it and I saw it through the end. I will always see it through the end. But you already know, man, like, when you're pushing for greatness, when you're trying to push for more, it's very hard to accept things like this, you know? You don't accept defeat, no. We keep going.